What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. We're going to be diving into a Bade Modern Design knife, and I'm pretty excited, so let's go ahead and head into the top down. All right, we've got the Bade Modern Design Titan. This thing is chunky and chuggy and just absolute chuggy. That's not even a real word. This thing is absolutely amazing for what it is. So before we get too far, I want to say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed to our channel. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. You can also head over to Instagram and follow us at WorkKnifeBalance939. That's a great way to communicate with us. Let us know what you want to see, what you don't want to see. And if you send us a knife for review, we'll send you back a sticker and some swag just to say thank you. This thing is super snappy. Really love the design. Really love the fit and feel on this. Originally, I thought it was a Tuya knife if you watch the unboxing video. And that's because the case it came in was kind of like the Tuya hard case. And I found out this was actually OEM by Tuya. So I wasn't far off. But it is a Bade Modern Design knife, OEM by Tuya. We'll do some overall measurements, then we'll do some comparisons. I don't have many small chunky knives, so there's not some really close comparisons to look to. But then we'll give you kind of my overall opinions on this bad boy right here. All right, tip to tail, we are looking under 6 inches. We're going to say 5.75 on the overall length, just under. We'll say 5.65 on the overall length. Blade length 2 1/4. With a cutting edge of about the same, 2 1/4 or so. So this is definitely a chunky knife with those titanium. Oh, I did it again. Let's go ahead and do the side-by-side comparisons before we get too far. We've got the Civivi Elementum up top. We're going to go ahead and do the Para 3 down below. Give you some common side-by-side comparisons right there. Go ahead and do the Pena Paramore because I've got that out on the table. No at all close comparison. Definitely got a thin, kind of smaller knife there to a chunky chunkster. We'll go ahead and do the Penguin QSP, and then we'll get the Miguron Mayoral as well out here. So you've got a couple comparisons to knives that y'all might have, just to throw those out there. And why the heck not? I got it on the table. We'll go ahead and do the Civivi Kai 5, and that's the small one there, obviously. So that is even smaller than the Titan. But this is a slip joint. Absolutely love this little guy. It's great for cutting open boxes. But back to the knife at hand, we've got the Bade Modern Design BMD Titan. This thing is a titanium frame lock, and it has the kind of accented colors in here. I believe you can get these in 3 different colors. You can get blue, orange, or purple. And then it is an M390 blade. You've got that on the back side right here. You can see that up top, M390 blade. So it has got some really premium material, M390 in titanium. And for how small this little knife is, it feels excellent. It feels amazing in hand. The way they added this massive finger choil up top here, and the way that this anchor spot on the backside is so large, you could hold it back here if you wanted to and then hide it in. There's just enough. The width on the knife actually adds a little bit more to the ergo so you could fill in. But I would say most, if not all people, are probably going to carry it choked up on that finger choil with a really good feel in hand. And then you've got 2 kind of penetration points, 2 really kind of tips to cut off of, and then 2 cutting edges with a compound grind to accent that. So feels amazing in hand. I would say this is probably going to be a box slayer. With the size of the blade and how small it is, you could easily get some really good action and really fine work to be able to cut, because you can control those blades so much easier with them being close to hand and just being a little bit smaller. So you do have a kind of rounded spine on the backside and some minimal jimping in between those thumb studs right there. We'll see if we can get that a little bit closer. Jimping's not quite that deep, but you don't necessarily need it with a knife this small. And the way you can kind of knuckle over in that finger choil right there, you can get in there really easy and kind of knuckle that over. You don't necessarily need as much grip on the backside here because you're going to be feeling up like this. So yeah, you can get in reverse flick, you can do a thumb flick, and you can do a regular flipper tab on the top there. So you got 3 deployment methods. All of them are great. It is super snappy. It is a little bit smaller, and that flipper tab hits your thumb, so it doesn't necessarily fall drop shut, which is probably good with a knife this size. You want to be able to control it a little bit more, in my opinion, so you can control close that, which is really nice. It's made by Tuya, so you know it's amazing. It has a just really small backspacer that comes up not even 10% of the way, and has a little cutout for a lanyard hole here, so you can put that in there. But you do have this little backspacer that just comes in that bottom part to add the extra stability. You do have a milled clip that I believe is reversible because it's going to go into the same spot on the other side, although I did not try that. And then you've got chamfered edges all around, which add to that fit and feel, kind of makes it almost feel contoured because they kind of come down on all the edges. Although it is not a contoured knife, it is going to have that flat top right there. So not much else to say about this. It was a really short video for a really small knife, but I love this thing. This does come in just at $200, which I think is a hell of a steal for this knife. It is amazing. The titanium, the M390, the fit and the feel. There's not a lot of material in this, so that's probably why the price is down. I easily thought this was going to be a premium knife that's going to fit in that $250 to $300 mark, and it's going to be actually $200. So that's a really, really good deal. We will go ahead and post a link down below. If it's an Amazon link, it does support our channel. We very much appreciate all the support. But if it's not, feel free to just take that link and have fun, buy a cool knife. It does come with a really cool hard case, which is why I thought it was the Tuya, because this is kind of the Tuya case that they give with all their knives. But it is made by BMD, just OEM, or sorry, made by Tuya, so OEM by Tuya, designed by BMD, Blade Modern Design there. So this is the Titan, and until next time, TTFN.